Now I'd like to invite Citizens Advice Bureau, Rachel Owen. And Rachel and someone now.
Molly Howarth.
Molly, hi.
Hi.
Most welcome.
Yep. I'm the chair of the Citizens Advice Bureau board here in Christchurch area, and Molly is our manager, who is also finger on the pulse in case you've got questions I can't answer. So Citizens Advice Bureau provides a free, impartial and confidential service that answers any query with either information, advice or referral. We see our generalist service as complementing the new integrated council, library and service centres. Placement of cab in libraries, stop smiling at everybody. Placement of cab in libraries is common in other centres across New Zealand, and our current placements in Fendalton and Beckenham are working really well for us, and also for the libraries. Whilst phone calls account for most of our client contacts, we see a need and a great value to everybody in expanding our face-to-face availability across the city. Our board is currently seeking approval from our volunteer members for a reorganisation that will enable CAB to provide a greater number of weekly agencies spread across the city, with Linwood being the top of our list. We also already work with other groups to host clinics to provide access to services such as justice of the peace and free legal advice, services that could help bring people into libraries, as well as just providing access out into the community. Our submission on the annual plan is to request that we be considered for inclusion in the design of the rebuild of libraries, specifically the Linwood, Hornby and Central City Library and Service Centres. As anchor tenants, we could coordinate the community spaces as well as provide additional clinics to bring more people into the library centres. Any questions?
It sounds very good to me, but I'm sure that, it sounds like a great idea. Jimmy?
One question. Your presentation request the council provided the city, Linwood, and also Hornby, am I right? Combined with the new maybe library community center. But I remember in North you have the Bishopdale community center. So you still have only one or not?
We had to move our Bishopdale branch into Fendalton Library.
Okay, so
when
Fendalton
Bishopdale closed. We do have a relationship building with the College of Education Language School in Bishopdale, although at the moment it looks like Bishopdale Mall is emptying out. It's becoming a bit of a backwater, and given that they are extending their reach into Lincoln University, it would probably be more applicable for us to piggyback with them into the Lincoln campus. The big choke point for us is volunteers. Molly is our only full-time paid staff member, and despite the professional level of training we provide people, it takes a good couple of years before they can handle anything that comes in on the phones.
Thank you.
Yeah. Phil?
Thank you for coming and talking with us. And like the number of client contacts you have is huge, and you've got a great group of volunteers. I just wonder, do you still have a clinic at Christchurch South Library?
Yes, we do. At Beckenham on a Thursday, 11 to 2.
Yeah, and I think the clinics are great because it's, with your organisation, clearly that's a way of having flexibility too. So I just want to say we certainly appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yanni?
Thank you for the submission and thank you for the work that you're doing. Obviously, we have a number of community groups that have a real problem post-earthquake with community space and affordability of community space. So would you be open to sharing, and I think the idea of having community corners in libraries or service centres, or both, is a really good one. Would you be open to sharing that space with others like Tenants Protection, the Community Law Centre?
Completely. We already have relationships with them. Our concern mainly is making sure that the spaces meet our national standards. As members of CAB New Zealand, we need to meet requirements around accessibility, confidentiality for clients, which involves things like a private breakout space. We cover queries, anything from how to cook a chicken or how to stretch a wool sweater to, I've had an interview where a couple have come in and spoken about historical incest disclosed by a daughter. And that's not a conversation you can have at a reception desk.
No, I understand.
But as long as we can still meet our requirements, we would love to be able to empower other agencies to increase their reach to the public as well.
Have you thought about coming into this building, or in Linwood, are you in the MSD building that's there? Because I thought originally that was supposed to be open for community.
We have actually explored the MSD site, but the way it's actually structured, it's kind of people are coming in for appointments, and the orientation of the front reception room is where clients are facing away from the desk. And also we want to be available to everyone, not just MSD clients. So our service is available to anyone in the community. And the location of us at the Linwood Library is about being accessible to the whole community, not just a small segment.
Impartiality is very important. Our national body actually shut down the MSD building because there was a centralised reception and people were being filtered before they reached citizens' advice. And being available to everybody is very important to us.
We would certainly be open to exploring that.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Very good. Oh, well, look, thank you very much for your submission. It's and thank you for the work that you do as well. It's extremely valuable, and I know that thousands of Christchurch residents, citizens, wouldn't be able to get through some of the issues they face without your support. So it's very much appreciated.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.